Many boxing fans agreed with Canelo Alvarez, recognizing that legends respect legends. Manny Pacquiao is undoubtedly one of those icons. His discipline, lifestyle, and legacy continue to inspire fans around the world. One fan commented that Pacquiao's life will always be a source of motivation. Another fan expressed admiration for the mutual respect between these two all-time greats, hoping Pacquiao can overcome his recent election loss and still chase a championship title at 46. It's a big dream, but one worth believing in.
I don't know Manny Pacquiao personally, but I know that he's a great champion. It was his time for his retirement. He had already reached the Hall of Fame, but he is a great fighter.
Yeah. Basically, as you move forward, Canelo, and you look at...
A third fan recalled the excitement when Manny Pacquiao defeated Keith Thurman in 2019, saying they hope to see fans genuinely happy again for the people's champion. He's preparing hard, and I believe he'll get there, the fan added. Another commented that Canelo spoke nothing but the truth. Few boxers in this generation can match Pacquiao's discipline and dedication. His talent is undeniable, and he deserves every accolade. Though he showed signs of early fatigue in his initial training footage, Pacquiao has looked noticeably more active and athletic in his recent outdoor sessions. Shortly before his comeback announcement, a 38-second training video of Manny Pacquiao surfaced, showing him intensely working the punching bag with the same drive that made him an 8-division champion. Dressed in simple sportswear, the Filipino legend looked focused and determined. The clip, shared by Boxing Kingdom, came with a bold message. The legend is back. Now 46 and nearly 4 years out of ring, Pacquiao is preparing to face current WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios on July 19th in Las Vegas. The fight, which pits two fighters 16 years apart in age and style, is more than just a comeback. It's a fight against time itself.
Let me sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather. How do I sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather?
Hey, listen. Can I show that you're a neophyte in boxing? You know nothing about boxing.
Well, excuse me?
Because no.
I ain't hear you, Mike. What you say?
If you don't know much about boxing.
You know what I'm talking about here.
No one said who was better. I said there's nobody in boxing that fighting that looks sensational.
Sensational.
The way that Pacquiao did against Rio.
In other words,
what do you think? You're an expert. What do you think?
I think
In Pacquiao's camp, there's a clear understanding of the challenges ahead, and they focus their training on handling adversity if it comes. A brief but telling statement from one of his assistant trainers to Ellie Sekback revealed their mindset going into the fight for the WBC welterweight title. While strength coach Justin Fortune and manager Buboy Fernandez were also present, it was the assistant trainer who offered the key insight. When asked about their strategy and prediction, he simply said, "It will go 12 rounds." From that brief statement, it's clear Pacquiao's own team may not believe he can finish the fight early. Instead of preparing for a sprint, they're bracing for a full marathon. The big question now is whether Pacquiao, at 46, still has the stamina to go the distance. Despite facing criticism in recent years, especially after his last fight against Cuban boxer William Skull, Canelo Alvarez continues to earn respect from boxing legends. The latest is Pacquiao himself, who's gearing up for a comeback against Mexican-American fighter Mario Barrios. When speaking to ES News, Pacquiao needed only 3 words to describe Canelo: a role model. He also shared his thoughts on Alvarez's upcoming bout with American welterweight champion Terrence Crawford.
Your son was in the gym with Canelo. Canelo showed him a lot of love. Yeah. He's a good person too. Canelo's a good person. Yeah. He's a role model. One of the role models in boxing. you guys separate yourself from most fighters, being the face of the sport?
Pacquiao arrived in Los Angeles just hours ago to continue his preparation for the July 19 fight at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, where he'll face Mario Barrios for the WBC interim welterweight title. Speaking about Canelo Alvarez, Pacquiao praised his decision to take on Terence Crawford, calling it a smart move. He advised Alvarez to focus on speed, style, and strength to succeed. The bond between Pacquiao and Alvarez isn't new. Their friendship goes back years. In 2021, Pacquiao's son, Emmanuel Jr., even trained with Alvarez and his renowned coach, Eddie Reynoso.
Did you get any sleep yet, Manny, or morning? Any sleep yet, or still jet lag? Still jet lag. But you're still working out. They make 12, and then work up and 4 o'clock in the morning.
Back in 2021, when Manny Pacquiao announced his retirement, Canelo Alvarez shared some heartfelt farewell words. Reacting to the news, Canelo praised Pacquiao's legendary career, acknowledging him as one of the greatest and most exciting fighters of the past 25 years. Although the two never met in the ring, their mutual respect was evident. At the time, Pacquiao was shifting focus to a presidential run in the Philippines. While Canelo honored his achievements, he also admitted he was relieved to see Pacquiao step away, especially after his disappointing loss to Denis Yugas in his final bout. Reflecting on Pacquiao's retirement in 2021, Canelo Alvarez told Little Giant Boxing, "It's sad, but it was about time. He did a lot for boxing. He's a great fighter, a legend." Though Pacquiao had hinted that his loss to Denis Yugas might be his final fight, his team initially tried to downplay the speculation. Eventually, Pacquiao made it official, releasing a heartfelt video statement. "As I hang up my boxing gloves, I would like to thank the whole world, especially the Filipino people, for supporting Manny Pacquiao. Goodbye, boxing." He admitted it was difficult to accept the end of his career, but declared, "Today, I am announcing my retirement."
Forward, Canelo, and you look at where you stand in your career right now. Where do you think your legacy is, and how far short is it of standing as the greatest fighter in Mexico history?
I don't know. I just wanna say, I just wanna do my history, my things, and everybody is different. But I'm gonna try to do my best and be there in one of the best.
Is that? I would imagine that's probably a situation where you're not gonna know that you're that #1 fighter in the history of Mexico until you have reached it in your heart. Is that true?
In his emotional retirement message, Manny Pacquiao expressed deep gratitude, saying, "Thank you for changing my life. When my family was desperate, you gave us hope. You gave me the chance to fight my way out of poverty." He reflected on how boxing allowed him to inspire people across the world and gave him the courage to help others. "I will never forget what I have done and accomplished in my life. I can't imagine I just heard the final bell. I never thought this day would come," he said as he officially hung up his gloves. Yet, even in retirement, Pacquiao remains connected to the sport, offering advice to Terence Crawford ahead of his highly anticipated fight.
We'll do our best. I mean, it's hard to say right now, but we work hard for this thing.
Thank you. What do you think about Canelo?
It's good. Canelo is good. And Triple G.
A few years ago, there was talk of potential showdown between Manny Pacquiao and Terence Crawford, as both were active in similar weight divisions. However, the fight never happened. And perhaps for the best, as Pacquiao appeared to be a shadow of his former self in his final bouts. Meanwhile, Crawford continued to dominate, defeating top contenders, collecting titles, and climbing the pound-for-pound rankings with an undefeated record. Now, he's set to face Canelo Alvarez in mid-September, marking the biggest payday of his career. As for Pacquiao, he's also making a return, set to face WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios on July 19th in Las Vegas.
You were a smaller fighter fighting bigger guys. What advice do you give Crawford for fighting Canelo, a bigger guy?
My advice is make sure that he will focus on speed. That needs to yes, sir. That's the problem when you
At 46, Pacquiao is fully focused on his upcoming fight against a much younger opponent. But that didn't stop him from weighing in on the Canelo versus Crawford matchup. In a May 23rd interview with Fight Up TV, Pacquiao advised Crawford to focus on speed, noting that moving up in weight can affect both speed and power. That's the problem. Your speed and power drop, he said, stressing the importance of maintaining quickness against a bigger opponent like Canelo.
Manny, you met Crawford in Dubai. Yeah? How was that?
he got so scared of meeting Manny, he jumped up 3 weight classes because he didn't want that smoke.
3 weight classes?
Yeah, 47, 54, 60, 68. I'm joking, of course.
Interestingly, Pacquiao's advice to Crawford about focusing on speed contrasts with what he likely needs in his own fight. Most in the boxing world believe Pacquiao will have to rely on power to stand a chance against Mario Barrios, who is expected to be the faster and more athletic fighter. In fact, one observer even drew a comparison between the upcoming Canelo versus Crawford bout and one of Pacquiao's past fights. The upcoming Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford fight has captured the spotlight in the boxing world, with fans eagerly awaiting the September 13th showdown between two modern legends. As anticipation builds, veteran trainer and boxing analyst Teddy Atlas weighed in with his thoughts in an interview with The Ring. Known for his sharp insights, Atlas highlighted the central question surrounding the fight. Who prevails when a great smaller fighter faces a great bigger one? It's a classic debate in boxing history, and the core narrative driving excitement for this blockbuster bout.
I just think Crawford's real special. I think Canelo's really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. And I think he has it. I see it. The timing, the instinct, the eyes, the ability to be chilly cold, not just cold and confident.
Terence Bud, Crawford is moving up 2 weight classes for his upcoming fight, with his last bout at 154 pounds against Israel Madrimov. Although Crawford didn't appear his best in that match, trainer Teddy Atlas pointed out that Madrimov's vast amateur experience, over 300 fights, makes him a tricky opponent. In his analysis of The Ring, Atlas flipped the typical narrative, saying, "Sure, Canelo has the size and power advantage, but then you think, wait, Crawford is faster, more skilled, more versatile, and slicker. Maybe he actually holds the real advantages."
Up to 154, but he was fighting a good fighter. He was fighting a guy that fought a very difficult style at that moment, and he was fighting at a weight class that was foreign to him, and we had to give him a minute. Nobody wants to give anyone a minute in this business. You're supposed to be great, you got to be great every minute. But I gave him a minute to kind of get his feet settled at it.
Teddy Atlas drew a compelling parallel between the upcoming Canelo versus Crawford fight and Manny Pacquiao's 2008 bout with Oscar de la Hoya. He recalled how Pacquiao, despite being the smaller man, used his superior speed to dominate de la Hoya. Yes, de la Hoya had weight issues, but I still picked Pacquiao to win, Atlas said. People said de la Hoya was bigger, stronger, had the power, but Pacquiao was quicker, and that turned out to be the deciding edge. Atlas suggests a similar dynamic could play out with Crawford against Canelo.
This is within Crawford. It's in his desire, it's in his mind, it's in his makeup, it's in his background, where he came from. that there's something about, just like a Sugar Ray Leonard had that something about him when he's a junkyard dog, when he has to be a junkyard dog. And with all the intangible gifts.
Teddy Atlas praised Canelo Alvarez's impressive career, but emphasized his belief that Terence Crawford is very, very special in his own right. According to Atlas, Crawford possesses unique instincts, timing, and intangible qualities, the kind of X factor that sets him apart. Meanwhile, Manny Pacquiao, now 46, is set to be inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in early June. After the ceremony, his focus will return to Mario Barrios, the 30-year-old WBC welterweight champion. Barrios, who wasn't even born when Pacquiao turned pro in 1995, is considered a manageable opponent, especially with the WBC ranking Pacquiao at number 5 earlier this month. After a long-anticipated fight with Pacquiao failed to happen last year, Mario Barrios shifted his focus and ended up with a surprising split draw against Abel Ramos in November. When reporters questioned Pacquiao about the 16-year age gap and the risk of returning to the ring at 46, he simply smiled and said, "Don't worry about it." Legendary trainer Freddie Roach acknowledged the challenge, telling the ring that it's a tough road, but if anyone can pull it off, it's Manny. Pacquiao also hinted that his son, Jamil, may make a professional debut on the same card, which is expected to include the rematch between WBC junior middleweight champion Sebastian Fundora and Tim Sayu.
We're here in Manila with the great legendary champion Manny Pacquiao from Gibbons, and Manny is announcing the creation of the memorial for the 50th anniversary of Ali Frazier, the Thrill in Manila. That was 50 years ago. So next October 1st, 2025, many surprises to come. And we will fully support all your efforts.
At 46, even Manny Pacquiao's son, Jamil, admits he feels concerned about his father's return to the ring. "I love him. He's my dad." There's concern, of course. Jamil told reporters during Freddie Roach's ceremony in Hollywood on Sunday, "But I believe in him. He's shown us that he stays in shape year-round, so weight won't be a problem."
You're ready to fight Barrios tonight and make history, Manny.
Manny, you excited to step into the ring again?
Yes.
What do you think of Barrios? He's a big, strong, he's young, he's 30. You have 16 years on him, Manny.
Don't worry about it. Manny, for a lot of people, you're the greatest fighter in history, the only champion in 42 decades. When you beat Barrios, what does that say?
Oh, it's big thing for
Big thing for me. And congratulations, you're in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, June.
How are you, madam?
The excitement around Manny Pacquiao's comeback is steadily building, even as doubts and criticism linger over his upcoming fight against Mario Barrios on July 19th. Despite the skepticism, fans' enthusiasm hasn't faded. That's all for now. Stay tuned for the latest updates, highlights, and stories from the world of boxing. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our